Boom! Big face! What's going on, everybody? Let me check my levels here. Let's make sure I'm doing everything right on this first show back. Retrobot Jr., thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hype. Hype is right. Let's see, I got Whitewater Wipeouts remix playing in the background. Let's check all my levels. Oh, thank you for the subscription. Dang. King of Shibuya as well. Thank you for the subscription. Oh my gosh. All this really helps, by the way, guys. Thank you for doing this. I also have a new chat going on the right. Sorry, it's a little ugly. We're going to transition to YouTube most likely, but right now I have YouTube chat and Twitch chat coming in on the right. So it's going to be a rocky transition, but whatever. Hey, let's start talking about Playdate. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy 2023. As Cable would say, this year would be the second launch of the Playdate. We have so much to look forward to. Especially today, we will be looking at Gravity Express. Now, here's a little secret. Y'all may not know. Gravity Express just launched right now. You can buy it. He released it a day earlier, I believe. Maybe for the show, maybe not. I'll let him explain. We'll bring him in 2 seconds. Right before I bring him in, I want to let you guys know that I am trying to do a news show that I will release on YouTube Monday. The goal is to do a bi-monthly YouTube Playdate news show, like quick and to the point. I have a lot of this like long form content that's only kind of like great when you're there live. So I want to do something also where people can get news quickly because I love being on Twitter. Hold on a second, I turn that down a little bit. I love being on Twitter. I love finding new wonderful news. Sorry, I'm distracting myself with throwing music. Thanks for following. I love finding all these news bits, but I never have one place to like find them or send them to everybody. Reddit has great news. Twitter has great news. You can find awesome pieces of Playdate news all over the internet. I want it all in one place. So Monday, hopefully you will see the very first Playdate news. All right, let's start talking Gravity Express. Let's bring in Nino van Hooff, the developer of Gravity Express. I am going to unmute him first. Okay, you are unmuted.
Check. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Let me turn the music down. Let's bring this music down a little bit. Okay, bringing that down. We'll listen to a little something soft in the background. All right.
Check 1, 2.
Check 1, 2. All right, we're going to do a face reveal right now. Here you go. Prepare yourself, Nino. And
I am prepared.
Here we go. Oh, there he is.
Wow, hey.
Look at that. He looks...
For me.
Yeah.
A nice day wherever you are.
Yeah.
Whatever time you're living right now. To answer your question, Andrew, about the day early thing. It's a nice segue to what I was thinking, because I'm aware that there are Playdate fans all over the world, and they have had some personal messages from people asking me to actually release it early because they just couldn't wait. And I was thinking, like, somewhere in the world, it's tomorrow already, right? So
yeah.
I want everyone to, if they're waiting for the game, if they wake up, get out of bed, I don't want them to be disappointed. So that's why.
What a freaking nice guy you are. And that's smart. Like I have to change the time of this show all the time. So there's never a consistent, like, hey, the show will always be on this date, because we have, you know what? The majority of the developers I've interviewed have been on the other side of the world, to be honest. I think it's like 50-50 as far as like people not in the United States and people in Europe and New Zealand. Anyway, that's a great idea. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for releasing it for those people that just can't wait another minute.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. So Let's get started, man. Nino and I only met briefly to, oh, by the way, let me know if his levels are good. I think they're good now. I brought them up a little louder for you all. Narthex, am I still louder than Nino? I can still raise Nino. Let me know.
Hello, just want to. It seems to me like I'm very loud on your levels thing in the stream, but
It's just pure visuals. It's pure visuals. How are we mixing together, everybody? Is one of us louder than the other? Volume is good. I'm slightly louder. I can change that. Yeah. Okay, so this should probably be good. Hopefully. Oh, you know what? I'll raise him up because then you guys need to turn up. All right, this should be good now. Say hi, Nino.
Okay.
Test out those new levels.
Hi.
Ooh, yeah.
How are these levels? Am I good?
Oh, I'm clipping. All right, here we go. We're going to turn him down just a little bit. Okay, say something again, Nino.
I'll just keep talking. Hello. I just
Hold
went to
on.
the supermarket
I'm going.
today. It was super fun.
I know what's wrong,
I
everybody.
bought tomatoes. I bought bread. I bought all the things. I bought cake, maybe. Who knows? It's that kind of day.
All right, he should be perfect now. This is some
Great.
Playdate Community Awards troubleshooting we got here. I think he's good. All right, awesome. All right, let's party. Let's start with this interview. And then we can get to the game, and then we have a contest, everybody, which is
Right,
wonderful.
contest time. Yeah.
Very excited. Say hi to my camera, always over my shoulders. Someday I'll be more professional. All right, here we go. Let's start with this, Nino. Just introduce yourself. Say hi. Where are you? Give me a little quick introduction, real quick, before I start barraging you with questions.
All right, yeah. I'm Nino. I'm in the Netherlands, to answer your question. Very great city of Utrecht. Great place I've got here. And it's 9 p.m. for me right now. Or, well, quarter past. I'm a professional developer as well. Oh man, I need to plug in my laptop real quick.
Oh, that's important.
Because it says it will power down in a minute, but I've got the cable right here. I'll just keep talking in the meantime.
Hey, even professional developers make mistakes sometimes, you know? We all make mistakes.
Am I still there?
Yeah,
My
you're still here.
display is resetting, but I'm still on the air, okay? So I make Android apps for a living.
Oh, no way, for
so
real?
I've got some experience already, yeah.
Awesome. So, making Android apps, how does that relate to developing video games? Does it cross over code-wise? I'm not a developer, so I may ask some really dumb questions, but do they intersect at all language-wise, or it's just the general skill of being a programmer or making apps in general?
The languages are pretty different. Nowadays, Android apps are coded in Kotlin, but actually, Android development is much harder. And the main point, I think, that sets them apart is access to the internet. Whenever you have access to the internet, so many things could go wrong, right?
Yeah.
The server might be down, your device might not have connection, maybe the user is out of their data allowance, and maybe you have your images cached and maybe so many things could go wrong.
Oh my
and
gosh.
With the Playdate, everyone has the same device. Also no Huawei, no Samsung, no iPhone, no Apple, It's all the same thing. And every problem that you might find, it's just every time you try it, you get exactly the same results. And it makes it so much easier to fix the problem.
Yeah. That's amazing. We have a question in the chat. What kind of Android apps do you make?
I'm now currently working on a retail app or the National Postal Service, so you can track your parcels. I could use it to track the arrival of my actual Playdate, but they use an international shipping company, of course.
Wait a second. Do you not have your Playdate yet?
It is a little-known truth that I don't own I bought a Playdate, but I don't have my own Playdate in hand right now.
The curse of Playdate fans. So I'm very similar to you. I pretty recently got my Playdate. I was Group 2, which actually isn't pretty recently, but I feel you. I started this show in being obsessed with the Playdate before I even had one. But Dang! Congratulations on releasing a
Thanks, man.
game, and yeah, it's probably really stable because I know you've been getting people to test it. You know what? I don't want to jump ahead. We'll get to that. We'll get to you not owning a Playdate once we start talking about the Playdate. Tell me a little bit about your childhood. Let's start at the very beginning. Tell me about your love for video games. How did it all start?
Yeah, so I've been living in the Netherlands for all my life. I grew up in the north, small country as it is, you can still say that. And people from the Netherlands, they will still be able to tell each other apart, you know. Actually, in the part where I live, there is the second official national language of the Netherlands, Frisian, which
Ah,
unfortunately I don't speak, I must say. My parents did not come from Frisia, so. But yeah, I grew up there in the north, and I was like pretty much the first person in the neighborhood to play with computers and stuff.
wow.
And well, my parents are listening, I guess, but I guess they won't be mad if I say that I overtook them on technical level at like a young age, and I have this. They keep telling it everywhere. Like I used to make a peanut butter sandwich and stuff it in the VCR recorder,
Oh no!
and then wonder why I couldn't see the picture. And I was, you know, because it was like, what would a video of a peanut butter sandwich look like?
I can relate to that. My brother had to buy 3 different PlayStation 4s because his kids would open the disk drive. They were so fascinated with it and shove stuff into it. He had to buy the PS4 like 4 times. He went through all the different versions. But anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
then it turns out that a peanut butter sandwich on screen just looks like a very expensive repair bill, right?
There's no way you're gonna get that peanut butter out. I can barely get it off my dishes when I clean. So,
Yeah, so
what about video games? What's the first games that you played?
I know actually. It's called Beetlejuice. To give you a bit of context, I'm from the generation that just about transitioned away from DOS into Windows 95. There's also a
Yes.
reference to Windows 95 in the game, by the way. Maybe we'll come to that.
Ooh,
And
something to look for.
I played Beetlejuice, which is a DOS game, and I think it's a movie franchise, actually. I never saw the movie Beetlejuice, but I guess it's horror, because it's about a guy in pajamas who's spitting venom
Oh my gosh.
or something like that.
Hold
A
on.
skeleton.
I'm going to pull this up. Let's pull this up. Let's go into watch mode here, everybody. So it's the MS-DOS version, you said.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Hold on a second. Let's check this out. MS-DOS Beetlejuice. I forget how they spell Beetlejuice. I think it's like this. Oh my gosh. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I gotta
the first
see
game
this.
I
This is
played, I
great.
think.
Oh, look at this.
Oh,
What a
man.
delight.
And games used to be so simple, but you've got these power-ups. Like now he has got a head that's shooting, and sometimes he has double spit. You know, he can
Oh my gosh.
like a machine gun. And yeah,
This is a pretty rad game to start with.
yeah, man.
I love it.
And now that you've seen 5 seconds of it, that's basically it. You know, that's
But
how
the-
simple games used to be in the back in the day.
Yeah, I remember being really fascinated with this color palette because I played a lot of I played a lot of these games too, these MS-DOS games. I remember one being like, I don't remember what it was called. It was like Treasure something, and it was slightly educational. You would be hunting for clues, and you'd have to answer some sort of like something you would find in an encyclopedia, like, you know, when did Christopher Columbus discover the Americas or something? I don't know. Anyway, I remember this color palette very fondly, and it's never left my head. It's very nostalgic to see these colors. Here you go, Video Game Donkey. Hey, thank you for the follow, everybody. All right, so what happened after Beetlejuice?
So I played a lot of floppy disk games back in the day. Also, the Playdate reminds me of that time in the sense that you would in the first place, go to a toy store to buy video games, right? There was obviously
Right.
no internet.
Right. Yeah,
And,
I remember that.
You would buy them on a floppy disk, and they would just have them at the counter, and the labels would just be black and white, and it would also say who the developer of the game was in singular form. So it was always some guy, probably.
Yep.
And if you think about how video games are made now, Horizon Zero Dawn, budgets for video games are allegedly higher than for
Movies.
blockbuster movies.
Yeah. It's the new movie industry, especially if we keep getting these pandemics,
Yeah.
We don't need to get into that though. Okay, so after MS-DOS, did you ever get a first console, or did you stay computers? How did your video game self
For the
evolve?
most time, yeah. I only had a Game Boy. I only had handhelds and PC. So.
That's awesome though. That's a really cool combination.
Kind of a pedigree, right? Yeah, that's nice. I did like to play real-time strategy games on the PC, and really I can't really imagine what that would look like on Playdate, right? But I'm super stoked to try it sometime. What I like about a new console, like what are we now? Are we 1 year old as Playdate community?
Yeah, you can say that for sure. I mean, we did our first award show. It's a new year. Let's call ourselves 1 year old, I guess. Yeah, it's easier that way.
There are still plenty of opportunity for firsts, right?
100,000,
I
yeah.
guess the elephant in the room for Gravity Express is full motion video, and with live acting also. We'll get to that, I guess.
Yeah.
But there are many more firsts that you could claim as a developer. And of course, we've got some great announcements at the Community Awards Show. And I'm really looking forward to this year for Playdate. See what happens there with P-Racing, with all the 3D stuff and stuff. But also, at the same time, I'm hoping that we don't raise the bar to that level. If everyone to make an impact would switch over to 3D, that would be a massive effort in the first place, and also it would raise the bar of entry. I'm seeing a lot of developers right now who are starting their development journey on Playdate.
Yeah, maybe it's great.
They are artists, maybe they think about switching to IT, and I hope that Playdate stays accessible that way.
Yeah, I think it will. I think we have such a wonderful, encouraging community. We have Pulp that is a very great first step for many people. Zanya, who's in chat right now, I think she even mentioned she was inspired by like some of the developer interviews and just started making games. And she's on her like 4th or 5th game now. Congrats to you, Zanya. But yeah, there's so many people probably like Zanya and more that are just inspired by the accessibility of the Playdate. And I don't think that'll ever change. Just the limitations alone really encourage that. But yeah. Before we get more into Playdate, are there any certain video games that form who you are as a developer? When you look back and think about the games that make you, what games are we talking about?
So I think I played 2 categories most, which were strategy games like Warcraft 3 and stuff like that, and builder games and physics. I think if you combine those, that would be my definition.
What was the first game that you mentioned? Something 3?
Warcraft.
Oh, yeah.
Warcraft. It's a real-time strategy game, Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3. What? Go ahead. Sorry.
And I also played the second iteration, so Warcraft 2, but then you get into the territory of where there were these crazy limitations of you can only select 9 units at a time. And you build this massive army and you're just clicking your mouse left and right to get all your guys from one edge of the map to the other, right? Yeah. And now we can revisit these old genres with our nostalgia and just upgrade them with, you can now select all your units, right?
Yeah.
Or here, if you die, you don't have to reboot your computer. You can just say, okay, continue on.
Right.
I'll take a checkpoint rather than dying and losing all my gear, right?
Did you ever? So I played a lot of. I started with Red Alert, Did you ever
Yeah.
play that? Command and Conquer, Red Alert. And I remember
More
venturing.
Tiberian Sun, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun, I
Ah,
think.
yes, that was like their one of their big upgrades into like a new game engine or something. I remember a giant graphical jump when they went to Tiberian Sun. What's up, Wallace? Yeah, I remember one day. I don't know if you ever did this with Warcraft. I ventured online and just got destroyed. I got beat so bad multiple times that I never went back online for real-time strategy games ever again.
Yeah, I guess I also never tried it. I was just into building the stuff. So I like the medieval themed games
Yeah.
like Settlers and Knights and Merchants, where you have this chain in the economy. Like you have to first plant your wheat, and then you have to mill it, and then you have to bake bread out of it. Then someone will come in and take the bread to the tavern, right? And the whole town eats there.
Right.
It's Knights and Merchants is, I guess, my most vivid memory there.
Ooh.
Also, Knights and Merchants, which also had terrible mechanics in the sense that if your guys were pointing the wrong way, they will just get slaughtered if attacked.
I don't know this.
you-
Are you talking about the game is called Knights and Merchants or the actual like?
Yeah, absolutely. It was a big classic and hit, I think. But
Here we go.
you never know as a kid whether it's like worldwide or just everyone on your primary school.
Oh,
Right.
look at this. Yeah.
This is
I like
great.
this. Oh, sorry. I'm not paying for YouTube currently. You all have to bear with me for 3 seconds. Oh, longer than 3 seconds. We'll check out a nice Jack in the Box ad. Anybody hungry? Pizza in the morning. Oh, that's funny. Hey, you probably don't get these ads in the Netherlands for
Oh,
Jack
I
in the
usually
Box.
see the prices in euros, so that's
Oh, nice. Wonderful. All right, here we go. Knights and Merchants. Oh, yeah. Look at this.
like the graphics are great, right?
Oh, man, I miss
And,
the old, like, clunky, boxy UI. You know? Like everything's a box.
And the thing about this game is that all your militias or all your units are in formations, like in the bottom right corner right now. And if you want them to attack, you first have to click a button to make them turn right. And there's this sound effect, all hands turn right, you know? And then you can press the charge button, and if you don't press the charge button, they won't do anything. So even if they get attacked, that were the times back in the day, you know?
Wow. That's awesome. I like this music. It's nice. All right, let's get into the world of Playdate. So, tell me how you first discovered Playdate. How did that start?
I think it was a colleague of mine, at my company, and then I just looked it up on the internet, and I was, totally taken away with it. And I just also, it was a long time that I had made a game, so I was like, oh, this is the opportunity, because I had a game lying around already programmed in Lua.
Oh,
that I
well,
made for-
let's take a step back. When did you start making games?
I think when the PlayStation Portable came out.
Ah,
in
the Vita.
2015, or 2005, I must say, I guess.
Are you talking about the PlayStation Vita, the handheld one?
The one before. Like,
I don't even.
The PS Vita is like version 2 in the series.
Maybe I don't even remember the PlayStation Portable. That's
It was
very.
a great console.
All right.
That totally flopped, and I'm afraid I'm part of the reason for it, because it got hacked pretty early on. So everyone stopped buying games, I guess. Because you didn't need like a chip to hack it. You could just have the crack loaded on a memory card and go ahead. Yeah, I think I only bought 2 games. Yeah, but it was a great community also.
Wow. I had no. Oh yeah, I'm looking at it now. I just always assumed these were also called Vitas. I'm so stupid. Yeah, I really wish I had gotten one back in the day. They look so pretty. They're so gorgeous. I love the design of them. So they got hacked early on, and so you started you made a game for it?
Yeah, it's called Crazy Gravity, and to be fair, it's basically the same game.
Can we find it anywhere? Is there video of it anywhere?
No,
No.
that part of the internet has been erased. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so Crazy Gravity also exists for the PC. It's a very, very 1995 game.
Okay.
And that was the game I guess I played most as a kid on my IBM PC, and that stuck with me, I guess.
Wait, what was that called?
Crazy Gravity.
Oh, I thought your game was called Crazy Gravity that you made.
No, it's Gravity Express. But originally it was Crazy Gravity. Indeed.
Okay. So there is a game called Crazy Gravity that I can watch right now?
Yeah.
All right, let's bring that up. What was it for? For PC? Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Boom. Here we go. Here's some Crazy Gravity.
Oh yeah, it's a review by the Lazy Game Nerd, I think, or Lazy Game Reviews. Yeah, that guy's
Oh
great.
yeah. Oh yeah, look, here we go. Perfect. Gorgeous.
And this is like an example of how I reimagined it to have quality of life features that we are used to from right now. Because if you die here, you have to start over.
Right.
And there are no save games. So if you open up the game, you have to enter a code that you get every time you finish a level. You know, it's like I remember Hyacinth, the flower. Oh, the names were flowers for every level. The password.
I can already see that your game is a lot more, just from the videos I've seen, a lot more fast and exciting. I feel like this one seems a little more of a slow burn.
Yeah. And I think that now in the chat, I can't really see the chat right now, but I think people are going to say, hey, isn't this exactly the same game? And in fact, originally the assets I pulled from this game. Mm-hmm. And also I have official permission from the guy, a German guy who wrote this game.
Oh, that's awesome.
To release this commercially. So we'll get to it, I guess, but you will recognize this in glorious black and white in a minute.
Right. So cool. So did you...
This is the real origin story of Gravity Express.
Is the German developer excited? Is he like into the Playdate? Does he make games anymore? Was he like impressed? Like, yeah, go ahead.
I'm not going to say anything about the Germans, but he was absolutely not impressed and not excited.
Oh, no.
He did give me the permission. That was really
that's
weird.
good.
Like, so this is 2005 I'm talking now, right?
Wow.
Pretty much as I was like 17, I guess, at the time, and I just mailed him, yo, can I recreate your game? It was like, yeah, whatever. Here is the file with all the graphics, but don't ask for help. This is all you get. So it was like a 3-line email. Yeah.
Maybe, that's funny. How old were you then when you did that? 17, you said?
I think 17. I can't, I'm not sure I calculated that right.
He's probably just like, punk kid. Maybe you
might
wrote emails
19,
like a 17-year-old then and you just didn't realize it. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's what you do as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's email the president, and then you get a reply back. And it's okay.
Maybe you sent like 17 explanation points in the very first hello or something, and he's just like, oh God, what is this kid doing? That's awesome. I wonder what he would say now if you sent him a Playdate version. Or maybe he's like, maybe he becomes a Playdate fan and just magically sees Gravity Express someday, and he's like, oh, that kid. Anyway, that's funny. All right, cool. So back to the Playdate. You said like a coworker or a friend just randomly showed it to you?
Well, at least the announcement emails, and because Panic they are the king of hype. So like Untitled Goose Game, and
Yep.
Everyone was playing it for like one weekend. Everyone was playing it. It was a great game.
Yeah.
But that's what they do really well, right? Their adverts, their little videos.
Yep. They've got a very stellar track record, Panic. They're doing well. So Playdate is announced. When do you decide to start developing for it? When did you order your Playdate? What group are you? Tell me a little more.
I don't know when I decided to start developing for it. Maybe a month or two before the pre-orders opened. I was definitely a victim of the big payment provider crash in Europe on day
Ah,
one.
yeah.
I
That's
was
such a
actually
bummer.
I was actually refreshing my screen to buy the thing, but I had to wait like 10 hours, and I'm at the tail end of group 3 in the end.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's such a bummer. I felt so bad for everybody. For those of you who don't know, when the Playdate launched its online pre-orders, there was some sort of glitch with the company that was handling the transactions for international orders. I don't think it was anything Panic could have done, but there was some sort of glitch, and a lot of international orders got screwed, unfortunately. But
yeah,
we're
there was no good way of handling that, right? You also want to not push back the people who are already in the queue. So
yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, you know what it's done? Maybe it's made. I've seen a whole lot of great international developers. Maybe that wait is just making you all make better games. So
yeah,
who knows? Maybe there's a benefit to that somewhere. All right. So let's talk about Gravity Express. Let's
cool.
we briefly touched on its origin story now. Tell Should we load it up? Do you or do you want to tell me a little bit more about it before we see it? What would you like to do?
Yeah, do you have it? Do you have it ready yet?
Yeah,
The
I'm
wrapping paper.
I'm dying
Let's.
to unwrap it. So for everybody here, I really like to experience the game for the first time with everyone on the stream. So I've not played it yet. I just made sure that it worked. One thing is that with Playdate Mirror and Playdate Simulator, we're gonna have to switch back and forth because depending on it's gonna run great on the Playdate, but when you stream things, you got to switch back and forth for certain things. So we know that there's a opening movie that's gonna do better on Playdate Mirror, so we will start with that. Let me pull it up. I'm so excited. Here we go. Gameplay mode initiated. And I have my camera here. There we go.
We're seeing YouTube over it.
Yes. Let's get YouTube off. Goodbye, YouTube. Oh, this is
Let's see.
Simulator. This is Simulator. Spoiler alert. Bam. Goodbye, Simulator. I always click on the wrong icon. I always think Simulator is Mirror, and I always think Mirror is Simulator. All right. Power on. Playdate. Boom! Boogie loops. All right, let's find this. Let
I think
me.
right off the bat you're in for a bit of a surprise. If you after you unwrap it, I'll
All
give you a
right.
bit of an explanation.
Let me also make sure my volume is good. Let's see. Okay, I'll have to look at levels once we start the game. But, all right, everybody. I'm so excited. Let me get my Playdate in frame here. Here we go. Hold on, let me get situated. Got a lot of wires over here. A lot of wires.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll keep the crank docked for now. Here we go, the unwrapping. By the way, launched today. Everybody go get a copy on itch. Gravity Express, here we go. Yeah!
Yeah, that's it.
God, it's
I
so
love how the
sweet every
glimmers
time.
double as stars. That's so
Yeah.
great.
Wait, say that again?
The glimmers, like oh, you've got a shiny new thing that's overlaid on the icon
Yep.
of the card of the game.
Yep.
They also work really well as shimmering stars in
Absolutely.
the whole background.
Absolutely. You have a lot of congrats on your launch in the chat right now. All right. Here we go. Ooh, look at that transition. Oh my gosh. I think you're going to be in the running for next year's launch experience awards with that. Should we see that again? I think we should see that again. Let's see that again. We're never going to get to the game. We're just going to keep launching it over and over. Here we go. I mean, look how
With
good that
every
is.
project, there are these things that work out so well. Even if you don't expect it, this is one of those things that just. Pretty much a perfectionist. I'm just super happy with this.
Yeah, that's smooth and it loads so fast. So well done. All right, so let's see here. I'm pressing D-pad. I'm moving my ship around, but he also mentioned that there is a crank mode in beta. What are you calling your crank mode right now?
I think you've got the non-crank.
Oh, I do. Should I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? I did that because on simulator I have the crank version installed, and that's where we'll be playing it. So it's okay.
Yeah, we'll get to it
Let's
later.
start. So how do I power my ship here? Oh, there we go. So I'm pressing A to power it. Oh, this is great. Very smooth. I'm just gonna go to settings for fun. I always like to look at settings.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So lots of stuff you can do here. I'm not going to touch any of it. Audio, style, play. Ooh, what does this mean?
Yeah, here's the origin coming back of Crazy Gravity. There's a classic option, and it's pretty much Crazy Gravity mode. Let's say.
Oh, that's cool. The German guy would be very proud wherever he is. Awesome. Hey, Call Me Steam's here. What's going on, Don? Style Playdate. Oh, you even have classic graphics. Dang. Okay, so I assume that's going to be the old graphics from the old game.
Absolutely.
Oh man, you're totally paying a total homage. Okay, cool. Button mapping. That's great. Physics, physics, Earth. Oh man. Oh sweet. Okay, different planets. Okay, awesome. All right, I don't want to touch any of this. Let's get to the game. Let's do this. Here we go. We're starting the game. Okay, wow. All right. Achievements. I'm already excited. I think that's what you've been talking about adding quality of life to the game. And on the right, these look like... Are these movies? Like, what are these?
Yeah.
Or what's happening here?
Previews of every level.
So, in development, like... Oh, look at that. It has the little, like, glitch. In development, like, do you have to program these movies, or are you like dropping movie files in? Like, how does that work? And again, sorry, I'm not a developer.
I initially cut this feature from the game because I already knew, as being a professional developer, I already knew this is going to be so much work. To do 25, because we've got 25 levels, 25 movies, 25 thumbnails on the left.
Wow.
So I initially cut it out, but then on the Playdate developer forum, I asked around, hey, I've got an old, very bland design for this level select screen. Can they please redesign it? And a designer came along and said, yeah, I'll do it.
What?
Wouldn't it be nice?
Who's the designer?
Oh, what's his name? I'm sorry, I don't know.
It's okay. So you got help they gave you tips, or they designed it for you? Like, what happened after that?
Well,
this looks very nice.
You could say that the left half of this is what it was originally. It originally looked like.
Yeah.
The right half is hand drawn by them, and I was just so happy about it. And they just suggested, like, hey, maybe we could do, since your thing is full motion video, why don't we do full motion video of a level preview too? And I was like, oh yeah, there's my original idea. But I did it, and I hope you'll appreciate it. It was worth it, I think.
Definitely appreciate it. It looks really nice. Makes me very happy inside. All right. Shall we do this?
Yeah,
let's do this. Boom.
Welcome to Gravity Express Full Hardy Pilot. To receive your license, you must complete our totally safe pilot orientation obstacle course. In case you're wondering why we use lethal obstacles in our training, clients won't pay extra for your funeral, nor will Gravity Express. Remember our company slogan, you can die on your own time. Good luck. I hope you'll become a valued employee and not smoking wreckage.
Oh yeah, here we go. I'm just gonna sit here. All right, well, You've already got my heart. This music is solid. Oh yes. I don't even want to move. I'll move a little. Yes. All right. The chat's going crazy. Don says, "Be right back. Dying on my own time." Jamoda, so I can die now. Everybody's ready to die. Oh my gosh, great music. Tell me about. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna tweak. Actually, I need to switch to simulator probably now, huh? That'd probably be wise to switch over to simulator.
Sure, you can, yeah.
Okay. While we do that, tell me about the music. We have not talked about the music. As all of you know, I'm a huge fan of video game music. Thank you, Narthex. Someday he'll be playing that on drums. Tell me about the music.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, initially I had this idea of staying close to the nostalgia and the old times. So I wanted really to have MIDI music in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent a god-awful time making that work. The Playdate SDK, meaning that the tools that we get as developers, they contain options to play back MIDI, but it was such a struggle.
Yeah.
And I even made a completely, not a game, but an app for the Playdate to make MIDI music. I did all
Wow.
that.
Really?
And it sounded great. You can find it on my channel on YouTube sometime, where I have like the final countdown in MIDI on Playdate. But it just turned out that performance-wise, it was not working at all.
Okay.
Like to load the MIDI file, it took a full second, and the Playdate would lock up during that time, so you couldn't show a loading screen or whatever. And it would take 30% of all computing time. All the CPU was loaded for 30%. Well, that's a big cost, as we say as developers. You know, it's very expensive to run MIDI music. Only so much left for your game code, right? So I had to abandon it, and it was not a good day. It was,
Oh no!
I threw away so much work. It was incredible.
I'm sorry about that. I can imagine being completely defeated by that as well.
But yeah, on the other hand, the music that I had prepared, because another challenge was to find copy left music that you could use in a commercial project without these massive licenses, right?
Right.
So I ended up with an open source version of Doom, and it had very, very strong guitar riffs and stuff like that. And it would have been a bit too much for this game, I think.
Okay.
So in the end, I think the music that is in the game fits better, but it still pains my heart a bit that it's not genuine MIDI. Also because the Playdate is designed by Teenage Engineering, you know, and they are known for their musical synthesizers and instruments.
Right.
It's been a great homage. So I will make this tool available for everyone. So if someone is making a game that's not so demanding on the system, they can perfectly fine use MIDI music. Yeah.
So the music that is in the game, I think I missed it. Like, what is that music? Where is it? Who made that music?
It's mostly, I would say, synthwave as a genre, if I had to define it. And it's made by Danya Vodos and by this other guy called...
We will find them all and take all of their music because I'm already a big fan.
Yeah, it's really available. I'll just look it up if you...
Is it free to use music, or did you hire them? Like, how was that process?
They are called Arius Beats, and it's freely available, yeah. So there's this thing called the YouTube audio library where you can find stuff like this.
Yeah.
And there are also these good Samaritans that just make great music and say, hey, whatever you want to do,
yeah,
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get back to the game. I have crank mode now. Let me get back to the camera. I now have crank mode, as you can see. I'm not going crazy with it because I go crazy. But you don't want to go crazy in a game like this. It's all about. I actually, you know what? I might prefer the crank, to be honest. Let's see. Let's go back to D-pad. Let's see if I. Oh wait, I have to probably dock the crank to do D-pad. Yeah. Oh, smart. Very intuitive. Ooh, I don't know, man.
Thank you.
I don't know if I want to... What's that? What'd you say?
It's another first, I think, for Playdate. Having both crank and D-pad support where you can choose by yourself.
Yeah.
Like if you think about Hyper Meteor or Rocket Bytes, you know, Star Sled, they made the choice for crank.
Right.
And here it's up to you.
Ah, interesting.
And then furthermore, you also already saw the button mappings in the settings.
Yes.
So if you don't like, if you want to swap A and B around, you can do it.
Nice. All right.
And this is a bit of my history also with PC games where it's super normal to rebind your keyboard bindings.
Totally.
And on consoles you can't, right? It's always, maybe you get an option between 3 layouts on consoles, but...
Oh, whoops, I keep pressing B. All right, let's get back to the game. Ooh, here we go. Yep, we're cranking. So yeah, this is just the simulator that glitches that out. But it does look really cool, by the way. All right, I'm going to turn this down so we can still talk through it. All right. So I'm just going to try and experience this game. I don't know what's happening yet, so here we go. I see that there's...
Your intergalactic driving instructor, that's a bit what it's like.
Yeah.
First you need all your focus to just stay afloat, stay out of danger's way, but before long you're just exploring and not thinking about the controls anymore.
Loading cargo. Got it.
And you can touch down harder even if you want.
Yeah, let's do some tests here, everybody. Let's see how reckless I can be. Oh, nice. We can be pretty reckless. Oh, we lost Nino again?
Element that they'll explain, no one understands it, but there's this dot on the bottom that shows your speed. It's like, I couldn't find any other way in 16 pixels to get it across, but if you, it's like a landing speed indicator on the bottom in the center, more or less.
Sorry, I had a little technical issue. I just fixed it. Give me a second. I had to turn the music down in simulator instead of on OBS. So give me a hello, Nino.
Hello, Nino.
He is back. He is good. All right. So explain again what you were going over what we see at the bottom of the screen, right?
Yeah. So there's this dot, the circle that gets filled up. And that's a bit of your danger / speed indicator.
Oh, rad! All right, let's see what danger looks like here.
Yeah, boom.
Okay, so that means I'm gonna die if it's full. Watch your speed. Oh, I like the little echo when you die. Oh, cool! Look at that. You even have a crank indicator here. I'm gonna get rid of you for a second so people can see this.
Sure.
You even have a crank indicator telling you where to put your crank, which is pretty rad.
Yeah, because the crank determines your orientation of the ship, right? If you turn the crank, if you rotate it downwards, the ship will go down.
Right.
So that's not a position that you want to take off in because it's certain it's gonna strike the platform if you take off like that. So I made a thing to remind you to put it in the takeoff and landing position.
Well done.
Well
cool.
done,
Let's see what this is. What is this here? Oh, it just takes you back to the main menu. Cool. So
no achievements just yet, but you've got something to.
Oh, this is great. All right. So now we have achievements on each level. So we have, I'm gonna guess, a time attack, and then I don't. Oh wait, how do I? Oh, cool. So you can select the different achievements. Okay, fuel saver, how you can do it, and don't die, basically. All right, let's try this. Whoops, sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button.
What people usually ask is, can you get all the achievements in one go if you have like a perfect run? And that's the case. It is not the case that you first have to select which achievement you want to do. And that's the only thing that counts. It's just
so you have to select which achievement you're going for.
The only difference that it makes is what metric is shown on screen. But you can get them all in one go if you don't die and go within 10 seconds and don't spend 75 fuel.
Right. So when you say metric on screen, you're talking about the bottom right, correct? Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh no, it looks like
Also,
it's in the
you see
middle
here,
there.
The one you selected right now.
Yeah,
And
see,
you
it's
can
at the
see
bottom
every
right now.
time. Yeah. It's
The amount of
going,
fuel I'm using. All right, cool. So I'm gonna. What I really liked about your trailer is that this game looks fast, and it looks like you can get really good at like whipping around corners and stuff. So I'm excited for this time trial thing. All right, I want to start over. So I'm going to do restart level. I'm just going to go for it. Does the time count from the minute you lift off?
Yeah, that's true. Like, if you're stationary on a platform at a later time, the time will continue ticking. So
is time ticking right now?
Probably.
Probably here.
Because we don't see the time right now because you selected the field challenge.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think you have to lift off first because it's now in get your crank in the correct position.
In the restart level doesn't work till you take off either. It's awesome. Oh, don't want that. I want to do
I should note that the beta, the crank feature is in beta, so I will add it that you can also restart the level at that point.
Nice. Okay, good. Look, so it's not ticking yet. Here we go. Oh god, I pushed the wrong one.
I have to say that you're better.
Oh shoot! I gotta wait for the cargo.
Probably you will get achievements after you complete the game, right? It's something to add a replay value because 10 seconds you need to be pretty good.
Dang, that's fast.
I'm going to check if I can get 10 seconds.
Whoops, sorry, I keep pressing B. All right, let's keep going on this game. Ooh, new music. I don't know which way to go. Here we go. Oh, I see there's a down arrow, and over here it says, don't go. Okay, cool, wrong way. Oh, I can't wait to get great at this game, just like whip around corners.
Yeah, if you use the crank, you can really be fast.
So I think we can talk about our contest now. Right now, do you want to explain what we're seeing here at the checkpoint?
Yeah, sure.
In regards to our contest coming up?
Yeah, so every platform has two reasons for being. One is their primary use. Usually it's a cargo pickup, or it might be a fuel pickup, or it's your home base, and you'll get a little prompt to motivate you to keep going.
Yep.
Is one of the prompts there.
Got it. Back to base is our prompt.
Right now, because that's the primary objective. But if the primary objective has been spent, let's say, so if you now deliver this package, it will also just be very relevant, saying, okay, you need one more package. There's one more package left. But if you now go back to the same platform that you just lifted off from, now it doesn't have a reason to be anymore.
Scram!
So it's still a checkpoint. And I made some funny comments there that are just pretty random actually, and it might make you think of a game like Cards Against Humanity, or what we call the news headlines game.
No, where you sorry, I didn't expect that. I guess I should pay attention to the signs you're giving me. Oh, I love whipping around the corners.
Will be a hint.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to be aggressive and like be fancy. Because what I love about the crank is it really lets you feel that turn.
Yeah, man.
All right. So yes, if you guys didn't understand what we're saying, we're going to do a contest. Maybe we'll play a few more levels. We're going to do a contest where you all will give your own checkpoint prompts, all of you, and every single one, as long as you don't make something terrible, everything is going to be added to the game. Am I right, Nino?
As long as it's like it has to be really, really short, because if you say there is a setup and there is a punchline for every prompt, because it's like loading the checkpoint and then it says, okay, checkpoint loaded, like this, exactly 1 second. There's very little time to read it. So it's like...
Oh, shit, I ran out of fuel. I had completely forgot about that. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I was like, what happened? Sorry. Oh gosh, I did not expect that. All right, now I gotta get fuel and stuff. All right, I need to get my fuel indicator on. Sorry, continue.
And end of the road for you.
Oh no, self-destruct. Sorry, I had to hide you because I need to see my fuel indicator. Or do I have my fuel in? Oh yeah, go get fuel. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Is this fuel? Refueling. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is so cool. Okay. Sorry, can you return to talking about the contest? My bad, I just got so excited.
Okay.
Pizza, I didn't order. All right, that's awesome.
Yeah. And there are random combinations, so it's not always pizza ready to play, but it might also be pizza. Oh yeah, pepperoni, I love it. You know, something like that. And the more random combinations we can make, the funnier it will be, and the more surprising and fresh it'll stay. So if you have got some suggestions, it might be maybe a reference to your favorite movie where the bad guy always says this, "I'll get you next time, Inspector Gadget," or something like that. You know, and we can make great combinations there.
Yeah. So everybody, start thinking now. We won't start the contest yet. I want you guys to see this in action a little more. Open Sesame. So. It's gonna be wild. We have a lot of things we can say because I guess to like simplify it, we need like affirmative messages.
Yeah.
Right? I'm trying to like think how to simplify it because how many different types of messages do you want from us? Like basically like it's sort of like you've completed something and now a response is generated and now we are in charge of any of those responses. Oops.
In general, the setup is also maybe the tone could be surprised because the primary objective of the platform has been fulfilled, like you've already picked up your cargo. Why would you go back to that platform? So one of the setups, for example, is back again so soon, you know, you again, question mark.
Ooh, yeah.
And,
so I'm going to start taking notes.
Checkpoint is activated. It's all good, and where you can be motivated to go on and scram, you know, get lost or let's go, something like that, because if your checkpoint is activated, you're also safe and sound, right?
Right.
So here are some ideas that get you in the right direction there.
So let me pull this up. Let's get that. All right, let's start.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start getting these. Hey, here's Jamoda from the last contest when he named Zanya's turtle. Ninja Turtle. All right. So, everybody, welcome to Gravity Express Checkpoint Prompts with our friend Nino. All right. So, Let's take some notes here because we have a bunch of different kinds of prompts and I want to simplify them. So, like, one is a surprise. I'll do this in caps. Like, sort of surprise. Is that what you said? Like, kind of a surprise prompt?
Yeah,
and another one
is onto the right track. He says kind of call and response, and that's basically it. Yeah.
So maybe I just write call and response.
Maybe you can play the video on Twitch, on Twitter, where there are a lot of examples there.
Okay, let's do that. That's a good idea. Yeah. So Nino started this on his Twitter. So let's go take a look. Start thinking, everybody. You got to get yourself in this game. You got to make your Playdate mark. Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the video. Let me load it. Oh, it's a GIF. Sorry.
That might not be the video, though.
Back so soon. Okay, so Here, I'll read this out loud and we'll go through this thread. For my upcoming Playdate game, I'm looking for inspiration for these short checkpoint loading prompts, such as papers, please, move along. Yeah, call and response is how Matt explained it. Slacking off, let's go. The princess, wrong castle. Ah, okay.
That's it. Yeah, that's right.
Remember to keep it short. The greeting is displayed for 1 second, so like a greeting, the call. And then the goodbye is only a brief moment before the player takes off. So a greeting and a goodbye. A call and response. So that's basically it. Did you say there was a video, or this is what you meant, Nino?
Yeah, I guess it's not on Twitter, sorry. I must have shared it on in Show and Tell on the Discord. I'll try to find it, but I'm not sure if I can because
I think we've got so call and response slash greeting and hello. All right, everybody. Shall we begin? You will be in the freaking game. Think of your call and response. Think of your greeting and hello. Put them in chat. I will paste them in this document. Pajama, are you here, by the way? Sorry, I haven't been very active in chat. Pajama, if you are here, I'm going to send this to you. Oh, you're already an editor, Pajama. All right, let me make this transparent. Let's make this.
I just DM'd you the link to the video, Andrew.
Okay, hold on a second. We already have people putting their suggestions in chat. Here we go. I'm gonna start pasting some. I'll play the video in a second. Haha, there's Pajama. I see Pajama. Thank you, Pajama.
Oh,
hi, Pajama.
Nice. Cloud, Marco Polo. I love it. That's nice.
Oh, I'm so glad someone did all your base are belong to us. That's awesome. I miss all your base are belong to us.
What's so funny is that I'm learning all these cultural references that I've never heard of. You know, it might be
that's awesome.
that this joke is from.
Yeah, when I get to them, I'll prompt everybody to see if there's something I don't understand either. Give me some of the cultural references you don't recognize.
It was Gov Bubs actually. He was like.
Is Gov here?
No, not today.
Oh, it was an old one.
I think he responded on Twitter maybe, and it was like the slogan of the very big supermarket chain over at his place, you know.
You know what? I'm gonna keep these all in one line, Pajama. I'm taking up a lot of real estate.
One, and he says, or they say, it's Groundhog Day again? Question mark.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day is a bit too long, but we can do Groundhog Day? Question mark. So
yeah,
keep it short.
That's a cultural reference right there. That's for sure. Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah,
Groundhog Day is only.
That's a classic.
Go ahead, say that again.
Just knock knock. So simple. It could be paired with so many great things.
Yeah.
Like, and so the combination could then be knock knock, question mark, get lost, because the questions and responses are randomly chosen, they are not matched as a pair, you know?
Yeah. Marco Polo. Come here often? Didn't think so. These are great. Everybody's a winner in this one. Usually we're having to pick winners. I think you should pick two of your favorites just for fun in the end, just to make it slightly competitive, but everybody more or less will be in the game as long as they fit. He has all the right to make them shorter.
Great. Yeah, I can do some creative editing there.
These are great. Ben Narthex, berries and what else? And cream!
I like the Groundhog Day one, and Marco Polo, so short, so punchy, it's nice.
Too bad we don't have... So, the opening cinematic, who was that you filmed, or how did you do that? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. This is just someone that I found on this site called Fiverr.
Oh yeah, Fiverr. That's awesome.
It's a website where you can just get any kind of digital creative service. Like, also the graphics, for example, were like touched up by someone on Fiverr. I was like, hey, here are the original graphics from this game that I talked about earlier, Crazy Gravity. Can you clean it up for 1-bit art? And that's the result that you're looking at. So
wow.
And the same is Jody, her name was. I'm not sure what her last name was, but she is a professional presenter.
Yep.
And at first she turned me down. She said, well, I'm not an actress, sorry, I do presenting work, you know. Just put me in front of...
How dare she?
Yeah.
Does she know who you are?
But I pressed on, I was like, no, just present this onboarding video for the new recruits, right? And he said, oh yeah, okay, I can do it. And I'm really happy with the results. He sent me like variations, like, do you want it to be more like joyful HR person? Do you want with or without glasses? You know, it's great stuff.
Yeah, she did great. Now she has her own video reel that she can submit for official presentation.
Stay a while, maybe next time. Oh no, it doesn't even rhyme.
All right.
It just flows so nice.
I'm gonna cut off all submissions in 2 minutes. I'm cutting off all submissions.
Wow, it's a gold mine. I'm very happy.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I gotta get Jamota's now. Here we go. Jamota, Pizza Fuel. It's over. 9,000. Oh yeah. So what I wanted to say is, what would it take? Do you think Playdate could handle voiceover files to say these out loud? Like every time you land, for example, if we hear Narthex's, somebody goes berries, and as they take off, and cream. Like how much would that? Is that possible with Playdate?
It's possible, of course, but it's hard to. Well, it's possible, yeah, because you're always stationary on a platform, right? So it doesn't. You're not gonna notice if the video is just paused for just the briefest moment, so it could be possible. But we're looking at a game that's like 50 megabytes then, of course. But
yeah, that would be the biggest issue, right? To add all of the... Would they have to be WAV files? Like, I don't even know how audio works.
You could do MP3, but it's like, with these short prompts, it may be better to do WAV files, yeah.
Nice. Hey, Catastatic is here, the developer for Direct Drive, who is just now coming out of hiding.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get you back on here, Nino. I'm sorry, I've had you turned off. There you go. Nino is back. Welcome, Catastatic. We're so glad to have you start to show off your game. We are currently adding in-game. All of these will be added. My second message wasn't going to be a response. You are coming into the middle of like a contest / call and response that will be added to Direct Drive. By the way, I'm done. No more responses, please, everybody. It looks like I have plenty here. We might overload the game now. Oh, thanks, Call Me Steam.
I can rewind the chat at any time, right? So I can harvest all of this good stuff.
I'll send you this file, but I just want to get them all in one place so I can read them. Let's clog this submissions tube, says Mouflon Cloud. Encode them. Okay, you got... I'm almost done. I hope I'm getting there. Let's see. Don't do
with the link that's now posted for better quality ADPCM. Didn't want to go this technical, but we're sharing the good stuff here. Great stuff. Thanks.
All right, cool. We're done. All right, let's read. I'll read these real quick. Matt, come here often? Didn't think so. This base R belonged to us? Nope. Oven still on? It's on fire. I love it. Oh, I like this Muffalon Cloud. What? What? Jamoda, you are not the father. Oh, that's great. Well done, Jamoda. Muffalon Cloud, what's up? What's up? Adam's Immersive. Do you have our rewards card? Paper or plastic? There's a lot you can do there. I think you're probably doing 2 submissions there, Adams. Do you have... no, maybe not. Paper or plastic. Okay, Matt stepped in. Come here often? Didn't think so, as they take off. Marco, Polo, perfect. Marsby Trona, what's going on? This is my first hello to you. World record? Question mark? Nope, too slow. That's great. Gray Abyss, don't get cooked and stay off the hook. What is that from? Is that from something? I like the way it sounds. Is that a reference to something?
I don't know.
Gray Abyss, let me know in the chat. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I missed anyone on YouTube. Let me quickly check, because I forgot that I'm also broadcasting on YouTube. Let me quickly take a look. That would be so sad if there's like one person there like, my suggestions aren't getting noticed. Let's see here. I'm loading it real quick. Oh yeah, here we go. We got some YouTubers. I'm so sorry, YouTube. We got, oh my gosh, we have a few. Rotharius, are you still here? I didn't miss you. I've got you, Rotharius. We're gonna add a few more. Rotharius is hasta la vista. You'll be back. Perfect. And then we also have to the this is great. Are you guys ready? Also from Rotharius is to the window, and then next to the wall. Do you know that cultural reference?
I just saw it from YouTube, right? Great stuff.
That's great. Little John coming in here into the game. And then we have Zugunso, also from YouTube. We have Coffee is Brewing, caffeine injected. Wonderful. Then we have this name. Oh my gosh, this screen name is excellent. I'm gonna put it over here. The screen name is Non-Billy Barty. Non-Billy Barty. Did anyone do Been a While Crocodile? See you later, alligator. No, they did not. You are in. Of course, you might have to shorten that. And then Rotharius also said, final one on YouTube. Rotharius did Boldly Going Away Already. Oh, that's great. We'll Star Trek in there, I believe. All right, let me finish reading these. We're at Gray Abyss. Gray Abyss, did you tell us if that was a cultural reference to something? Maybe Gray Abyss is gone now. Let's see. It's Groundhog Day again. Narthex, berries and cream. Move on cloud. Knock knock. As you go away, I know who you are. Pizza fuel. More espresso, less depresso. Move on cloud. Cultural reference? Question mark. Not found. Oh my gosh, that's an inside joke already between all of us. Jamoda, no one's going to do Here's Johnny. All right, there it is. Here's Johnny. Pizza fuel. It's over. 9,000. Mars Beatrona. Live long / and get rich. Zanya Lasagna. How many can we submit? Whoops. I don't think that was your submission. As many as you want, apparently. Don says, down low, too slow. Matt Sefton with the simple one, but effective. Hi and bye. Call me Steve. Don, toilet, customers only. Pizza fuel, fueling station, hardly newer. I don't know what that's from, but I know that it's in my cultural DNA. It just makes sense. I don't know what hardly newer is from. I think it's just like is that just like a common response to a joke? I don't remember, but it makes sense to me.
Oh, and I'll have to put in so long and thanks for all the fish from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Ah, yeah. There it is from Tech Ipsodon. So long, thanks for the fish. Mars Vitrona, stay a while, maybe next time. Don, faster! Slow down. Conflicting messages there. Zanya lasagna, meow, /woof. Perfect. Cargo. Cargon. Oh, Zanya, you're a genius. Pajama torture. Nobody here but us chickens. This game is going to have so much personality after you put all of these in. Let's see. Where are we? Mars Vitrona. Bagu. I am error. I don't know what that's from. What is that from? Sorry, my chat froze. That's why I'm not seeing the latest messages. I'll get back to you guys in a second. Mufon Cloud. Whoosh. Anytime. Pizza Fuel. Harder, better. Faster, stronger. Pizza Fuel. You've got a... As he takes off, pizza in my heart. Pizza, I wouldn't expect anything less of you for that one. Mars Vitrona. Who are you? Who is that? All right. Those are amazing submissions. Anything you want to say about all of those, Nino?
That's exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And this is... You're never going to see the same combination, right? These are a million possible...
oh, wait. So you're going to mix those up on top of that? Like, they won't match each other? Oh, no, you're just saying... Wait, go ahead. Finish what you were saying. Maybe I'm jumping ahead.
There will be infinitely many combinations that you can make with this kind of data. And also I'll have to probably write some Excel script to extract it all, because it will be too much work to all type it over, you know?
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Where are we at? We're at an hour and 30 minutes. We're way over, but let me quickly... Oh, yeah. So let me take a look at chat. I've missed a lot. Pajama wants to know, can we keep sending you submissions?
Yeah.
Or should we... Or do you want to lock it off? Don't be afraid to say that's too much work. Do you want more submissions to keep coming in on Twitter or elsewhere?
Yeah, maybe Twitter indeed. That's good. That's nice, because I haven't thought about where we're gonna discuss this game. I'll have to get in contact with Gov, I guess, or maybe if there is a thread in the Discord for Express where we can just, you know.
I believe you can start your own thread anytime you want. But yeah, you should talk to Gov as well if you want. I believe he's getting back from his trip tomorrow, so he'll probably be available again in a day or two.
For now, I'll just put my Twitter handle in chat.
Yes, yeah. If you're not following Nino, let's go show you. Nino's handle is NHOOFF. Right there. Wow. So, man, thank you so much for coming today, Nino. I can't wait to play more of this game. I can't wait to get fast at it. I can't wait to be whipping around them corners, and maybe eventually fighting with people with high score beatdowns, especially those Hello Playdate podcasts folks who are really into high score beatdowns. Maybe they'll have a little competition going. Are you on Mastodon? People want to know.
Not yet. No,
Not yet.
I just pretty much dusted off my Twitter account for this. So I guess I can just skip Twitter altogether. Maybe it would be better.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll find you guys there. But Panic hasn't made the switch yet.
No, they haven't. A lot of people. Krista is on Mastodon a lot. So is her husband. So are a lot of Panic employees are on there, but Panic themselves have not officially made a switch. The Playdate account is not tweeting there. Cable has an account, but he hasn't done anything yet. It'll be interesting. We'll see what happens with Twitter. I think that's another reason I want to do more YouTube stuff, is because, like, I don't know, Twitter is dying, and that was like my main way of talking to people. So I don't know. Anyway, yes, thank you for posting the game in the chat. Go buy Gravity Express. Enjoy yourselves. Let's say our goodbyes. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. First show back. Nino, thanks for being a wonderful guest. We'll see. I'll do a little check in to see how this worked on YouTube as well. But thank you everybody for being here. Any final things you want to say, Nino?
Thanks indeed, Movement Count, for mentioning my itch page. I hope you all have a great time playing this. I'll make the crank support final, so the thing you found will be resolved. If you want something else in the game that you're missing, just put a comment on itch. And always, I'm just gonna say this one thing, and I'll just give some more details later, anywhere on Discord maybe. I would like to see who is the first person to complete the game.
Ooh. Who's close? Somebody's probably close already. Somebody in the chat is like not listening to us, just playing the game probably. Like completing the game with all of the achievements? Is that what you're saying? 100%ing the game, like all of the achievements?
That would also be very, very impressive, I must say. That you would beat me to it, maybe. But no, just if you finish the game till the end, if you see the credits rolling, at the bottom of the credits, there's a QR code. If you snap a picture of the QR code and then visit the QR code on your phone, send it to me on Discord or Twitter.
Hey.
I'll send you cake.
Oh, you're gonna get cake. You heard it. Is that for just finishing the base game? Just finishing the base game, but be the first one. All right. And you heard it, folks. You better hurry. Get that cake. I'll send you a cake. There is a condition that you live somewhat close to a bakery that bakes cake. Yes. And that they have a website in Dutch or English or Spanish or German or French. Those are great conditions. You must live close to a bakery. I'll get you your Gravity Express congratulatory cake. Oh my gosh, this is so great. Oh man, I wish I had time. Oh my god. I would love to join that challenge. That's so all right, so here let's do a recap. Whoever beats the base game first gets a cake as long as they live near a bakery. Send the QR code to Nino on Twitter or Discord, however. And there's also, we found out, a Windows 95 Easter egg somewhere, a Windows Easter egg in the game. You can find it in the settings, yeah. Yes. And there is a reference to it as well on the starting page. If it says, if you're nostalgic for Windows 95, try this maybe. Ooh, nice. Any other secrets we should look out for? Or something like that. Like, so there's the original color graphics from Crazy Gravity reimagined. Oh yeah. In different black and white. So you can play this game in so many different ways. Yeah. Not just the graphics, but also the sounds. And they are distinctively 1995. It's like nice. You will very much recognize the style of the time. And there's this Windows 95 joke. You really have to get it, and it's you'll laugh your butt off. Awesome. If you see it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much again. Good luck, everybody, on that cake. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see a picture of this cake. Go beat that game, y'all. Thanks for coming. Keep your eyes out. Hopefully on Monday for the first Playdate news release. I will. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to get it done by then, but I need to get it done quick because it's going to be old news. So I will try and beat it. I will try and complete the video as quickly as possible. It's already filmed. But thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning. Go play Gravity Express. Get that cake. Oh, wait. Before you leave, let me see if I can send the crowd somewhere and share the love on Twitch. So if a lot of you are still around and feel like hanging out with people, let's see. Let's go to I'm gonna send the crowd to a Playdater who hasn't played their Playdate in a very long time. So when you arrive in their chat, nicely request that they should do some more Playdate streams soon. All right. So I'm sending you all there. I'm sending you to Intelligame, who used to play their Playdate all the time. They even did an interview with Nevin. So, in a nice way, be nice to this person. Tell them, request them to do more Playdate streams. All right, everybody. I'm sending you there now. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, day. Thank you again, Nino. Congratulations on your release.
Thank you.
Yeah, congrats. Now, take a break. Enjoy it. All right, everybody on Twitch, you are going off right now. Goodbye. Mwah. And I'm going to click stop streaming now.